Anthony and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan.
And guys, this really sets up to be an incredible night in terms of excitement. From the coaches to the players, to us here in the booth. I mean, this is such a fantastic event to be a part of.
Guys, it really is the greatest all-star game in all the sports, in my opinion. We have the best players in the NBA at the peak of their powers. I mean, I can't wait to see what this year's game has in store for us.
I'll look at the West All-Stars starting group. Curry is out there with Harden. That's Durant, and it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Butler at the 3 spot. Now here's James after the miss from Stephen Curry. They get it again. Antetokounmpo. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Yeah, in the first half of his season, boy, how special has it been? He has been on a rampage.
Yeah, and he's got tremendous talent, and when he's fully healthy and engaged, I mean, he's really impossible to stop. That's what we've been seeing this year from him.
Here's Curry following the basket by Giannis, and he gets it to go.
Yeah, such a crafty move. That's an all-star game special right there, folks.
That certainly isn't any regular season move. I agree with that. I mean, you save that kind of move for the big stage of the All-Star Week.
I love this event so much because it combines the world-class ability of these players with the freedom of the playground.
Yep, it's the greatest and certainly the most fun pickup game these players will ever play in.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass. And this has become one of the must-see events of the year, which is obvious by all the star power in attendance here tonight.
Well, certainly the Hollywood crowd is on hand, the biggest names from the sports world, music stars. Everybody wants to be a part of All-Star Week.
And so George will bring it up for the East All-Stars. A reverse, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Jokic.
You know, it's really been fun watching LeBron evolve his game over the years, and being a fellow Northeastern Ohio guy, I take pride in what he's been able to do. He always seems to find a way to maximize his effectiveness on the floor and adapt to whatever he needs to adapt to be outstanding.
Now here's Durant. Outside Curry. That's good, and it's KD with the assist. Curry's got 5 points so far.
Anytime Curry gets a look from deep, he's letting it fly. And he's probably knocking it down, too.
Beal against Harden. Launches a 3. West All-Stars with the rebound. And here we go. It's Butler. Bangs on the trifecta.
Blazing speed on display from Butler. Superb at finding a way to get behind the defense in transition and taking what he gets.
Back to Beal. And Durant sends it back. Jokic high post over LeBron. And it's Jokic missing. And so George will bring it up for the East All-Stars. Trailing by 5. Antetokounmpo passes to Beal. Antetokounmpo kicks to George. From outside off the mark. Jokic with it. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo. Back to Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
Well, I tell you what, Curry is such a tremendous perimeter shooter that I think his ability to set up teammates and his unselfishness are often underrated.
Great positioning on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
And so here are the West All-Stars, leading by 5. Curry dishes to Durant. Outside Butler. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. His 3-pointers off the mark.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
Chalk up 2 there.
Really confident from the interior because of his length and strength. Giannis feels like he can score from anywhere, anytime.
Here's Curry. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. That shot misses. LeBron against Curry. 3-pointer. And LeBron James with the 3. LeBron's got 8 points. LeBron's gone 3 for 4 here from the field. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Thanks, Kevin. The West All-Stars coach and I did get a chance to talk. I asked him how hands-on he was planning to be, and he said not much. He told me it's fun to coach these guys to see what I can generate out of certain matchups, but that's more the exception than the rule. I think I'll be as much of a spectator as anyone. Guys?
Thank you, David. Now Butler, following the three-point attempt by Giannis. And it's Butler with the jam.
Boy, if you want to stop Jimmy Butler, you got to bring all-out effort. I mean, this guy loves to compete.
George passes to Doncic. Down low. The jump hook. George, no good.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
Jokic kicks to Curry. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. He's got 8.
Curry's release is so quick. As a defender, you can't afford to give him any space. You can't lay off at all.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
So the timeout taken here, the first for the West All-Stars.
Get ready for your East All-Star Dance Pack.
And the East with some changes. Embiid comes in for Luka Doncic. And it's ball in for Beal. And some changes here for the West All-Stars. Now here's Lillard. For 3. Rebound by the East All-Stars. LeBron's got his 5th rebound in this one. Mitchell against Ball. From deep. Drains the three-pointer.
Well, I like the fact that this is something Ball continues to work on, that deep shot of his. He knows he's got to be a threat from deep to expand his game.
Lillard finds a bonus. Takes the 13-footer, and it's off the back rim. No good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Lillard with it. Mitchell outside. Passes it to Sabonis. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
I love how Sabonis focuses in and maintains that concentration. Very good at taking on the aggressive defense.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
You know, I remember watching Embiid in college. You know, he was hurt that one year he played in college, so you didn't see a lot of him. But his development has absolutely been incredible. He didn't just get better over the course of the season. A lot of times he improved over the course of a single game and even within a game.
And typically a lot of shots go unchallenged in this game every year, especially early on, and that one, no exception.
And LeBron is a force rolling to the rim. When he's diving inside, he's looking for the punch.
Here's Lillard. After the basket by the East All-Stars on the other end, Sabonis finds Lillard. Takes it inside. To the inside. That's good for Mitchell on the assist by Lillard.
And as usual, neither team really grinding too hard at the defensive end.
And I think that's okay in this event. I mean, I say the more highlights, the better.
There's Ball with the 3, and Domantas Sabonis pulls it down.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backfield.
And because it's still early, I wouldn't read too much into it. There's still a lot of game left.
And the East All-Stars decide to take their first time out here.
The loudest and craziest fans get a free T-shirt. Let's hear it, fans.
A big group substitution here for the East. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Luka Doncic comes in for LeBron. Devin Booker, he's checked in for Ball. And Bradley Beal subbed in for Paul George. Now, here's Doncic. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Mitchell. The shot will not fall. Great D that time from Beal. 1:02 left to play in the first quarter. Doncic dishes to Embiid, and Beal kicks to Booker. 6 on the shot clock. There's the triple, and Beal is good for 3.
Sweet find there by Booker. All eyes on him with the ball, and Devin understands that. That has a nice feel for giving up the rock.
Now, here's Lillard, and right away they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Lillard's got 5.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Here's Doncic. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Mitchell passes to Gobert. Nobody near Lillard. It's good from long range. And now it's an 8-point West All-Star lead.
Such a lethal outside sniper. Lillard isn't bashful at looking to pull the trigger from deep.
And that one's good. Doncic.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Lillard from outside trains it from beyond the arc. He's got 11.
And if you look at the stats for unassisted jump shot percentage, Lillard is always around the top. He can drain those pull-up jumpers as well as anybody in our league.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the West All-Stars. We witnessed him delivering a series of three-pointers as he notched 3 total in the quarter. We've got more. Welcome back for the second quarter of the main event of All-Star Weekend.
And guys, we've already seen some unbelievable action here tonight.
And there will be plenty more to come. We know that. All-Star action never disappoints.
And, you know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
On the court right now as the second quarter starts for the West All-Stars. Adebayo is out there with Tatum. Then it's Donovan Mitchell. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Brown in at the 3, the small forward. Towns with the steal. Doncic passes to Towns. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Towns has got his first bucket of the night.
Well, you got to respect and admire the focus of Towns. I mean, he just doesn't get rattled. He just stays with it, embraces the challenge, and keeps coming.
Now, here's Mitchell to the middle. Here's Adebayo. Banked in off the glass. Adebayo's got the lead up to 9 now for the West All-Stars. And so Doncic will bring it up for the East All-Stars. Well, Greg, one thing we know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action. Spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these All-Star game coaches.
And you're so right, Kevin. I mean, for all the hard work these players put in to get here, I mean, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the All-Star game.
Beal drives in and finished off by Beal.
I love when Beal slashes to the rim like this, using that athleticism and speed so well.
Mitchell outside.
And not as many turnovers as we often get in this game. So good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
And, you know, the officials not giving their whistles much of a workout here tonight. Very few fouls being called.
And most of that, Greg, is because they're not playing full-force defense. I mean, you're never going to see as much contact around the bucket in this game as you would ordinarily.
Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
And the East All-Stars with some changes. Valanciunas is checked in for Anthony Davis. Paul George comes in for Bradley Beal. And Ball subbed in for Devin Booker. KD looking around. Curry kicks to Harden. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And Harden is fearless. Awesome at gutting the defense and making them send him to the line. He just knows how to draw fouls and get himself to the strike.
And so he makes both from the line.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Out of bounds, it'll be the West All-Stars ball. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Durant. Here's Jokic. Inside, Butler. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Luka Doncic.
Well done that time by Butler. He's using the contact to get to the line, and he's an excellent foul shooter.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the West All-Stars.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
You know, on and off the court, Butler is a bit of a renaissance guy. I mean, he's industrious. Back in the 2020 bubble, he even ran a coffee shop out of his hotel room for fellow players. That's maxing it out.
Ball against Curry. The kick out to Ball. Over Harden. Ball no good. Ball's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Harden dishes to Curry. Durant up top, wide open. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. KD's got the lead up to 9 now for the West All-Stars. To the left side wing. Ball, the pass to Towns. Here in the second quarter, just over 3.5 minutes played. Good defense by Jokic. A basket here would push their lead to double digits.
Yeah, looking in control at this point. Are we seeing some high-flying efforts tonight or what?
Are we ever? I mean, they're doing some major damage to those rims.
And that was a great replay we just saw of our mobile one block.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
From deep, George. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
Nice setup for one of the game's best shooters. Paul George, cash money on the catch and shoot.
Towns against Harden. Pass to Jokic. It's Durant on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Harden outside from past the arc. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And that's a nice exchange between teammates there. I mean, they really work well together, whether it's All-Star Week or the regular season.
You know, really pretty fresh they get to share this stage together tonight. I mean, they've both helped each other to get here, and now they're going to keep helping each other.
Curry passes to KD. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Durant's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, his game offensively is fully developed. Durant has no holes in his offensive game. Comfortable from any place on the floor.
Valanciunas, good.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Harden gets to Durant. Outside Curry. The basket good off the assist from Durant. KD's got his 4th assist in this one. And the East All-Stars call time here. Big group substitution here for the East. Embiid, he's checked in for Towns. James comes in for Valanciunas. Devin Booker, he's checked in for Luka Doncic. And Bradley Beal subbed in for Ball. Sabonis, he's checked in for the West. Beal finds George. James left side. Stolen by Durant. The pass to Harden. Curry on the wing. Uncovered. Again, the West All-Star.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Curry's gone 5 of 7 from the floor here. It's LeBron with the drive. The shot's good. James has got 12 points in the game.
You know, at 6'8", with the ball skills that James has, he handles it like a guard. He can get wherever he wants to off the dribble.
Durant with a wide open look. Nailed from three-point land.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
With the drive, here's Embiid. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron.
Well, LeBron James is clearly a tremendously talented passer. When a guy is open, he'll get him the ball.
To the paint, here's Curry. And the layup is good. Curry's got 7 points for the quarter.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
And that one is good from Bradley Beal.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
And it's sent back by George. Here's James. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Down low. Curry passes to Sabonis. Takes it from 10. The shot, no good. The East All-Stars go the other way with it. Here's Beal. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And the ability of Beal to just wear out the defense. At times you almost have to foul him to stop him.
Giannis, he's checked in for the East. Trae Young comes in for Booker. The West All-Stars also changing it up. Brown is checked in for Butler. And it's Damian Lillard in for Stephen Curry. The kick out to Brown. Right wing. Lillard from outside. Hits it from three-point range. Lillard's got 14.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
You know, the only way that's going to turn around defensively is by stopping the outside shot, not getting into a shootout. They're not going to out-shoot out this team.
Outside, Sabonis. Passes to KD. Second chance shot. And it's Lillard missing.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
James finds Young. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. James has got his 3rd assist on the night.
What quickness from Young on that play. He gets the ball and gets to his release with great quickness.
And Lillard throws it down.
Well, this night is all about the entertainment value in terms of that dunk. Definitely entertaining.
Yep, and he's hearing it from the crowd. I mean, it's going to be really hard to top that one.
Embiid against Sabonis. There's Beal with the 3. The West All-Stars pull it in. Sabonis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. The offensive rebound tipped away. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Sabonis.
Substitution on the court. Substitution on the court.
Here's Beal. 11 points in the game. He dishes it to Davis. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Davis has got his first 2 points of the night.
Even when the defense is stellar, Davis still able to score the ball. That's what makes him an elite talent. He can make hard shots look easy.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. West All-Stars lead by 7. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the 3rd quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The Western Conference showing off its all-star game chops there in the first half. When the showmanship is ramped up to its highest level, that suits the West just fine. They got a roster that knows how to play the game with flair, and they've been enjoying themselves so far today.
Well, the West are not playing around.
In as we get set to bring you the explosive action of the second half of the All-Star game.
And that first half was terrific. I'll bet anything, though, the second has even more in store for us.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I think it's going to be a spectacular final 2 quarters.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And so in the game for the East All-Stars, they've got Antetokounmpo. Paul George is out there with LeBron James. Then there's Bradley Beal. And it's Doncic in at the 1.
You know, we've seen Jokic embrace a larger leadership role. He wants to be the guy that leads his team. And that's not just with scoring. It's also with his voice. Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock them down from the line.
The drive by Beal. And it's sent back by Jokic.
You know, this is what we've seen Jokic do every night. I mean, he puts himself in position to make an impact on the game.
And they're able to recover. Yep, it counts. KD's got 9 points. Durant's gotten it done so far from the field tonight, making 4 of his 6 attempts. Here's Giannis. And it's sent back by KD.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Back to Curry. And the rejection by James.
Phenomenal work on defense. James using his athleticism to make a statement with that block.
Doncic against Butler. And the double up on Antetokounmpo. Knocked away. Butler with the steal. Curry wide open. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. 18 points for him.
Yeah, his court awareness and feel. Jokic is incredible in those areas. I mean, he sees the floor extremely well for a big guy.
Doncic finds James. And it's sent back by KD.
And you know what? Defensively, both teams have picked it up as we've gotten a little deeper into this game.
A little more competitive fire and intensity being shown out there now. He's really picked up where he left off in the first.
Timeout called East All-Stars. Curry with a strong contribution so far in this one.
He can't miss from deep. The defense has to regroup here, and I think they've got to change things up because he's locked in from behind the arc.
And some changes here for the East. Karl-Anthony Towns checked in for Antetokounmpo. Davis comes in for LeBron. And Trae Young subbed in for Luka Doncic. Curry against Young. Dishes it to George. Pass to Davis. Back to George. Clock at 6. Looking to end the run. And it's Davis laying it in.
Boy, AD showing you how strong and willing to work he is, because that was a difficult bucket there.
Curry passes to Harden. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. And it's Curry again from deep. Curry's got 24.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
And that one is good from Bradley Beal.
Are you kidding? I mean, this is an all-star finish if ever I've seen one.
And that's one of the plays people are going to remember and talk about from this year's game for sure.
Here's Jokic. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for it. Beal against Harden. And he uses the glass on the layup. Beal's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And it's clear how confident Beal is. The closer he gets, the more his eyes light up trying to score.
And then Durant with the jam.
Boy, a dynamic wing with freakish length. Durant is the ideal alley-oop target.
Durant with the steal. Shoots from 14, and that one off the back of the rim and in. 26 points for him.
Excellent vision by Durant out there. What a nice pass.
And that one good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Here's Butler. A shot by Harden. Wide open. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Harden's got 10 points in the game.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for the West All-Stars. Free throw line jump shot. Again, the West All-Stars.
Well, you got to be in awe of what he's doing this quarter, actually destroying the opponent.
Beal dishes to Towns. Beal trying to break loose. Off target at the rim. And here's the West with the ball. Curry can't get it to go. Got a piece of it. Pass to Beal. Young in the corner. He feeds it to Towns. And he drops in the layup off the glass. 8 points for him.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
And the basket by Curry.
Tell you what, it's just one of those nights where Curry finds a rhythm and just keeps on flowing. This show never gets old.
Timeout called East All-Stars. Hey, Greg, the league's in a great place for talent. So many incredible players just entering their primes. You excited where the league is right now headed?
Oh, my goodness, Kevin. Guys like Devin Booker, Luka Doncic, Donovan Mitchell. I mean, the list goes on and on. And a lot of these youngsters carrying their teams to great heights. Impressive to watch.
And the East All-Stars with some changes. Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Towns. James comes in for George. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Bradley Beal. The West All-Stars also changing it up. Bam Adebayo's checked in for Jokic. Sabonis comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Mitchell in for James Harden. There's the pass to Adebayo. The dish to Mitchell from downtown. That's in, coming off an assist from Adebayo. Mitchell's got 5 now.
And what can't Adebayo do? I mean, gets the tough rebounds, scores the tough baskets, and then makes the right pass.
And they double up Davis. James, the pass to Davis. He dishes it to Embiid. Mitchell wide open. Drops in the tray. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the West All-Stars.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
And here's Doncic from the arc. And Domantas Sabonis pulls it down. Sabonis has got 6 rebounds in the game. Mitchell kicks to Curry. Fires the 3. And it's the East with the rebound.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Young, no good.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Here's Butler. And it's Butler with the jam.
2 noisy points from a noisy guy. Butler has so much passion, and he chirps out there a little bit, and yet his team feeds off of that.
To halt the run. Embiid, no good. And so here are the West All-Stars. And here's Mitchell from the arc. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 3 assists tonight.
You know, Jimmy's really a great playmaker from the wing spot, and I think at times Butler can play point forward.
Here's Embiid, and he banks in the layup. 7 points in the game.
And you know he's finishing when he gets that close. Count it.
Curry kicks to Mitchell. Feeds it to Butler. Curry outside. It's rebounded by Doncic. Young drives in. Lays it up off the glass. Young's got 5.
And on the drive, Young can be so sudden. The defense barely gets a chance to react.
And here is Curry. 30 points in the game. Basket counts. Curry's got 32 points.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Unloads from 9 for 3. Mitchell gets it to go from beyond the arc. Mitchell's got 12 points here in the second half. And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. And Young, here we go. And there it is for him.
Such a creative ball handler. Young has an ability to carve out room for himself with his dribble.
Passes it to Adebayo. Curry with it. Mitchell passes to Adebayo. Here's Butler. East grabs the miss. Young inside. Guarded by Curry. And Young kicks to LeBron. Lets the 3 fly. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall.
And, you know, Butler is known for being a lockdown defender, and he doesn't back up at all. Refuses to give an inch.
And so it's the West All-Stars rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up a quarter. The defensive work they've done against Paul George has been a big factor. He hasn't done any. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
Well, we're back on a night that's always a highlight of any NBA season. We're live from the All-Star game.
And, you know, you always look forward to this game, and this one certainly has lived up to the billing so far.
There is not another show in sports quite like the NBA All-Star game, is there?
On the court for the West All-Stars, getting the fourth quarter going. They've got Jason Tatum. Jaylen Brown out there with Damian Lillard. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Gobert in at the 5, patrolling the paint.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
And that one's good, Lillard.
And the shot-first mindset of Lillard, when he sees an opening in the defense, he's looking to attack.
Here's James. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
And to Tacumbo. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Tatum passes to Brown. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Inside. Pass to Tatum. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw a tap over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo. First free throw is good. And in this era of player empowerment, Huck, do you think star players have ever had more leverage than they do today?
No question they have not. With social media, the platforms players have been able to build, the following the NBA has, not just domestically but globally, all of that has converged to give players a significant amount of power. And not to discount the fact that players are more aware and educated in so many of the business aspects of the game than I've ever seen them, and that's an encouraging sign from my perspective. Boy, Brown, not just a super athlete, folks, but he's got excellent skills as well. A tremendous...
And I have to say the decibel level just rose about 300% in here.
Certainly sounds like it. I mean, there's nothing these fans love to see more than highlight reel dunks, and that one certainly qualifies.
And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the Mobile One block.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
Valanciunas, good.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
Here's Lillard. The second chance effort, and the rejection by Valanciunas. And George, here we go. It's good.
George doing a nice job driving with physicality there, seeking out that contact.
And so Brown will bring it up for the West All-Stars. Step back shot, and it comes off the front of the rim.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
He takes it in. The shot by George, no good. Brown feeling out a bit, and he lays it straight in.
I think that's where Brown is at his best, guys. He's a muscular athlete who loves finishing strong through contact.
Here's Booker, and that one is good.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
George against Tatum. Clark, between the draft and free agency and big mid-season trades, it feels like we rarely see the same team twice season to season.
Yeah, guys move around quite a bit, more so than in the past, Kevin. I don't necessarily know if that's good or bad. It's certainly different. I tend to lean towards guys staying in the same place longer. That would be my personal preference, but the landscape has shifted and changed, and it's overall probably a positive thing for the players.
Gobert can't hit. And here are the East All-Stars. Here's George. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Jason Tatum.
I like the intensity that George plays with down inside. It's really what earns him a lot of these calls.
The East making a switch. Young's checked in. The West also making some changes. Jokic has checked in for Rudy Gobert. Kevin Durant comes in for Bam Adebayo. And it's James Harden in for Jason Tatum. And so here are the West All-Stars. Knocked loose. Paul George with the steal. Valanciunas passes to Young. Driving the lane. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Well, this is what Young can expect. Defenses are going to be physical with him. Try to throw him off his game.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Offensive rebound.
He's really slowed down a bit here in the second half. He hasn't converted a three yet after the tremendous first half he had.
Now here's KD, the fast break opportunity. And then Durant with the dunk.
Boy, how about the outstanding hustle from Durant? I mean, getting out on the break as soon as the ball was headed the other way. The more bodies going up court, the better.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Greg, playing most of your career in the 90s, the game has really changed. Less physical, more skill, but what role has the league played in all of that change?
Well, the NBA is at the forefront of these changes. The competition committee that they have that meets annually to discuss ways to try to improve the game. Listen, they're not going to always knock it out of the park, but you have to keep thinking forward. And I applaud the league for their attempts to try to improve this game and grow.
Boy, he's an incredible ball handler at 6'7". LaMelo can get space for his shot practically anytime he wants to.
Mitchell kicks to Durant. Takes it from 10. Again, the West All-Star.
Durant's ability to score in a lot of different ways is huge. and he makes it look easy.
It's Young on the wing. James the pass the ball. And there's the call on Durant. That is his first foul of the game. Davis is checked in for the East.
Substitution on the court.
And here are the East All-Stars now. Young finds Davis, hangs, and Durant sends it back.
That extraordinary reach, combined with good timing, makes Durant a real threat as a shot blocker.
Young's shot is good. Young's got nearly everything to drop for him, shooting 5 of 6 from the field. Up top, Durant. He's guarded by Davis. The kick outside to Butler. Pass to Mitchell. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
That one drops for him. Ball's got 6 here in this quarter.
Boy, nice work that time by LaMelo Ball to follow the miss of his teammate. He's not afraid to get his hands dirty either.
Young against Mitchell. From 11 feet away, and that one hits back iron.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Here's LeBron, and the layup's good off the glass.
LeBron is somewhere in the neighborhood of about 260 lbs, and there's nothing extra there. So he can physically impose his will and flat out dominate near the rim.
Here's KD. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
And the NBA dress code introduced back in 2005. Now, player attire straying a bit from business casual. Does that bother you, Greg?
You know, it doesn't bother me because that's where we are as a society. But, man, I can tell you, when I first came in the league, you get fined if you didn't wear dress socks with your suit. So we have come a long way in terms of the evolution of fashion. And you know what? I'm not one for stopping progress. Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the West All-Stars. 36 seconds left in the game. And Davis sends it back.
No, sir, don't bring that in here. AD having none of that. What an imposing figure he is defensively.
A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
And that has got to help the morale of this team. Let's see if that sets up a run here.
29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Young with the ball. Picked up by Brown. He gets it in there.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
Mitchell against Young. Mitchell looking it over. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time.
First personal foul.
That's his first foul.
Team foul. Substitution on the court.
Mitchell right side. So no problem for the West All-Stars as they get the win.
And it's impossible to know what's going to happen in these games. The talent on both sides is always so strong. But tonight, the West seemed a little more comfortable playing together as a unit, and that's what earned them the win.
You mentioned that all broadcast long, and sure enough, it came to fruition. That brings us to the conclusion of our All-Star coverage. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan wishing you all a very good night.